Hello everybody. Good afternoon from Nussdorf-Traunstein, Bavaria. It's a sunny afternoon here and welcome to this webinar. My name is Bernhard from hpcosmos and I've got Alina behind me. She's already performing a little bit of a new treadmill training that we would like to introduce to you in the next 30 minutes. It's called VAST.Rehab. But before we start, I want to wait 2 more minutes for participants that might join this meeting a little later. So let's wait for 2 more minutes. And for those who are already waiting and already joined the meeting, you already see what it's all about. So we already have 18 participants in the meeting. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful autumn afternoon in Germany. Thank you also for joining us from overseas, United States, I see, also South America. Thank you for joining us for this live webinar about a new software for treadmill training. And Alina behind me is already doing a workout. So let's start with this webinar. It's 2 minutes past 5. My name is Bernhard Grundl from hpcosmos. And today I want to talk a little bit about what we see as the future of rehabilitation and treadmill training. We want to introduce you to VAST.Rehab, a cutting-edge solution that combines the functional training on a treadmill with the immersive power of virtual reality. Whether you're a physiotherapist, trainer, clinician, or just curious about functional training with virtual reality, this webinar might have some new insights for you, some new angles how to look at functional training in combination with treadmill training. Because treadmill training sometimes is considered as a little bit monotonous, so not very exciting, just simply collecting steps on a treadmill, improving gait stability. But with this solution that you can see right behind me, we create virtual reality experiences while standing, walking, or even running on a treadmill. So this creates a dynamic and exciting combination that stimulates the play instinct. And we will ask Alina later on how this experience was for her. So we're already finished with this workout. I will get you a little bit of a break. Okay, perfect. So first of all, what is VAST.Rehab about? I'll get you down there. VAST.Rehab is a revolutionary gamification solution for hpcosmos treadmills, where a subject's body, in this case Alina, will be tracked by a camera while being on a treadmill, obviously. So as already said, this fuses training, rehabilitation, virtual reality, and also serious gaming. With this, treadmill training becomes a dual tasking session with engaging experiences. What is needed for such kind of solution? Obviously, the software license. This is only available for Microsoft operating system. You can download this software for free on the Microsoft Store and install it on your PC. Then you need the PC or a laptop and a screen, preferably a big screen in front of the treadmill, and a high-resolution camera for body detection. What does VAST.Rehab consist of? There are basically two panels, one therapist panel and one patient panel. Both platforms can be run on the same PC, so this doesn't need an additional PC for the patient panel and one for a therapist panel. It can be run on the same PC. However, if you have different and more patient panels, you will need more PCs assigned to each patient panel. The therapist panel creates and manages the patients, can assign workouts, and edit these workouts to the patients. Also, this therapist panel has features for evaluation, feedback, and documentation. So on the screen, we already see Alina being added to the patient database. You see all the patients lined up on the left side. And then you have certain actions. For example, starting a workout, or schedule a workout, or edit the patient data. On the top, you see a timeline with already finished workouts, as well as planned workouts. In the destinations, you see the calendar function and reports and messages. The calendar function can also give you an overview of planned workouts or already finished workouts to draw reports from. And reports are summaries where you see how much points you collected, how much workouts you did, to track the successiveness of your patient. So let's jump to the patient panel. The patient panel is the gamificated part of the system, right in front of the treadmill on a big TV screen, displaying the patient's games and results. So that's actually what the patient will see during the workout. So why should we combine this solution with treadmills? Treadmills are good for stationary walking or running while the body is being captured by a camera. And this creates a dual tasking exercise. So the subject needs to fulfill different tasks involving, for example, the upper limbs, the body posture, or even the position on the treadmill. A recommended hpcosmos treadmill setup would consist of a treadmill with a user terminal Touch Pro, where the treadmill is connected via Ethernet to the PC station where the software is running. The software can only read data from the treadmill. It doesn't control the treadmill. So there are some games which are related to the speed on the treadmill. However, retrofitting this software and this whole solution to already existing treadmills is also possible. Let's talk a little bit about the requirements and what we need for safety reasons. As you can see behind us is the safety arch, which would prevent Alina from falling if she stumbles during such a task. And we strongly recommend this because sometimes there are cases of unpredictable risks, and we just simply don't want to have any causes of these on our treadmills. So beside this whole setup, all the requirements, what's the exact therapeutic use of such a system. With these movement tasks, you can address numerous therapeutic uses. For example, musculoskeletal, range of motion, or neurologic, for example, proprioception training, or balance. So, for example, if Alina will later on anticipate gaming situation with postural responses. One important thing to mention is that you can completely customize this workout towards your patient's abilities. So there's a clear workflow on the software for each patient to determine the difficulty. With that being said, I think we can start again and get this a little bit deeper and see how you will perform on the second round.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. So I will open up the therapist panel again, select my patient Alina. However, I can also create a new patient with this icon. Can simply type in all the credentials and then save. Alina is already there, so I will start a workout. And now I'm in the selection phase of what I want my patient to perform. So there is a pre-selection possible of different games dependent on the levels of each physical and neurological levels. From 1 to 5. So if I increase the level of physical abilities, more games will be enabled. The same applies for the neurologic level. Below that, there is the overall duration of the workout and the duration of each single task. If the games are gray, no game is active. So I can also choose the games manually. I will now select it and I try to make a good mix of physical tasks as well as some cognitive tasks to give a good mixture. Okay, on the right side, you see the movement tasks which are associated to the games which are selected. And I can also enable them or disable. If I click on generate, I have my pre-selection, and this might be the most important part of this whole process to fine-tune or readjust the workout before starting it. So I can also put each workout in a different stage. Or readjust the difficulty, or also select a different movement task. Make sure to click on save before changing it. So now we got changed. And we can get it started. Alina, are you ready?
Yeah.
Good.
Safety.
Safety arch. Important thing. Okay, now she's safe. So now Alina is walking, holding a sword in her hand and batting vampires when they appear. So, dependent on a difficulty level, these vampires will appear faster or slower. So you can see on the right side that Alina is focused completely on the screen in front of her. So she has to react whenever vampires are coming up, that they do not bite her. As you can see on the right side, there's also on the right the remaining duration of the workout, as well as the already collected points. And on the bottom right, you see her heart rate. In the next task, Alina has to bend her trunk to guide the airplane through circles. On the right screen, on the very left bottom, you see a tiny little white avatar. On the bottom left, you see Alina as a tiny little left avatar, and that's exactly what the camera detects. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky when you position the camera in a very busy room and there is a danger of other people standing next to the treadmill or even behind Alina also being detected by the camera, and then this whole solution will not work. So make sure that the space behind and close to your patient on the treadmill is clear. The inner circle on the right side, where you see the remaining of 16 minutes, is the remaining time of each workout. So you see now task is finished and will automatically change to the next part. Now we've got more of a cognitive game. Alina has to show the clock. So 10 minutes past 12, and if she holds this posture long enough, a couple of seconds, she will collect her points. 10 minutes past 8, 5 minutes past 6. So she is heavily focused on the clock and has to react with her upper limbs to show the clock. She even has to stretch her arms. Right now we've got a walking speed of 3 kilometers per hour, which is relatively slow, but of course we can also adjust this. Let's increase the speed to 4 kilometers per hour. So Alina will collect even more steps. She's not focused on collecting steps, or she doesn't even mind about the speed. She's only focused on the games. The next game, she's holding a ball and has to balance it with a piece of wood, and this ball has a certain color. Either it's blue or red. And when the balls appear, she has to dump it in a certain box. Yeah, she made it. Close, and now to the left. So she will collect points if the blue ball is going to be dumped in a blue box, and the red ball is going to be dumped in the red box. Very good, 20 more points. On the bottom right, you see the heart rate being transferred from the treadmill to the software. So right now, her heart rate is 107 beats per minute. And this is a good indication of physical exertion during the workout. So, like we did now, when we increase the speed, you can observe the patient and see if it was a sufficient speed increase. So the next game started, and Alina has to remind herself about the colors of the boxes she sees. And if it is the same color, she has to bend her trunk to the right side. So thumbs up, yes, it's the same one. Or thumbs down if it's a different color. So right now it's a yellow, and it was different from orange. Yellow, so it's the same one as shown before. Green, no, it's a different color. Green, yes, same as before. Alina will collect even more points when she reacts quickly. And as you can see right now, it's a perfect example. She's holding the handrails of the treadmill. So this is also possible, no problem about that. Let's slow down the speed a little bit. Okay, I think it's a good first impression of how we can combine this. I will stop it now. So, as you can see on the therapist panel, you can always switch between different tasks or see the points during a workout, how she performed, or even stop the workout when you think you're finished and you just want to stop it. Okay, so Alina, how was it?
A lot of fun.
It's fun?
Yeah, like always. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like always. Yeah, you're experienced now.
Yeah.
We see it quite. So yeah, she's pretty familiar with what she's doing there. Yeah, so this was in walking. So I think, yeah, this is a perfect dual tasking example. So she was collecting steps, improving her gait stability, but she's totally focused on what's going on in front of her.
Yeah.
So,
and regarding perturbation, can we combine this?
So yeah, perturbation is, for those who don't know, a quite interesting feature that we introduced from hpcosmos. Perturbation in general is something which is considered a stumbling or reaction of postural control, regaining postural control after certain events. And for hpcosmos treadmill, we've got the perturbation module, which is a very specific technology for gait stability training. In practice, the treadmill simulates trips or slips by rapidly increasing or decreasing the treadmill speed. So to answer your question, yes, we can combine it. Do you want to try?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so this might be even more advanced. So I'll make sure to have you now covered in the safety arch. So let's quickly set up a good mix of games for Alina. So I will select 2 games for her. Okay, so now Alina is playing the ambulance car. I did not start the perturbation yet. So right now Alina is guiding the ambulance car through the traffic by positioning her arms on either the left side or the right side. And now I will enable perturbation. So please be prepared.
Yeah.
Now a profile is running. So there are randomized perturbation events. For example, now you saw that she stumbled. There was a simulation of a trip. Once again, simulation of a trip, but she reacted quite good. So you can also see that she's very familiar with treadmill training. Another simulation of a trip. So as you can see, right now she is focused on guiding the ambulance car through traffic. And she also needs to react, in this case subconsciously, because she's focused on treadmill training with the immersive reality, which is taking place in front of her. So this is a good combination. Right now, she has to score points by directing different balls into each goal. So the red ball needs to be placed in the red goal. Same applies for the yellow ball. And still perturbation is active. So she's going to be distracted by the treadmill because of this simulation of trips or slips. Okay, I think you got a good impression what it's about, combining perturbation with VAST.Rehab. I'll stop it for now. Yeah, was it more
Challenging?
Challenging.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot more difficult, but still fun.
Still fun?
Challenging, yeah.
More challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we saw these compensation steps you had to take in order to stay on your feet, to still provide gait stability. Yeah, so this was a perfect example of how we can combine perturbation and VAST.Rehab.
Yeah.
So.
But for maybe elderly people, is it also possible in like standing position, or
Yeah.
like, and they are not able to walk that fast, or?
Yeah, good point. Good point. So sometimes, as you said, gait stability is not very improved by elderly people. Sometimes maybe they also want to do it standing. This is also possible. So the important thing is that the treadmill speed is set to 0 speed, so that the game recognizes the treadmill, that it's active, but you can also do it during standing. You want to try?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's set up another game quickly. So right now Alina is standing on a treadmill and has to throw balls to cans in order to hit them and score points. Another try, she has to throw just in time. She missed. Oh, close.
Close.
Next one, it's a big one.
Oops.
Close. Another try. She needs good timing. Yes, good hit. So you can also see right now that she is standing on a treadmill and can focus completely on hitting the balls, hitting the cans, throwing the balls. Okay. So let's make a stop here. And at this point of time, I want to say thank you for testing all the games. And yeah, we came to a point where I would like to summarize some key takeaways. So we think there are 3 standout points which are very important for VAST.Rehab and treadmill training. First of all, as you already said,
it's a lot of fun.
It's pure fun. She certainly forgot what she's doing on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Throwing bats and throwing this. So this is a key feature. So especially for children, they are way more motivated. Secondly, the playful character for physical training. So this enhances coordination and gait stability without even
realizing.
Yeah. And the third thing, dual tasking, which is becoming way more important in rehabilitation or physiotherapy. So these are the 3 takeaways I would like to share with you. And if you want to be part of this and try it on your own, there's a little call to action. So you can activate your own free demo license in the Microsoft Store and try it on your own. So test it. You can use 20 games, so you can try 20 times by applying the code HP20. So it's not just that you can always just have a look at it, watching videos, watching the webinar. You can actually try it on your own. I think that's it now from our side. So are there any questions? In the beginning I said there will be a question and answer afterwards. So now it's time to ask questions. Okay, so we received a first question. You mentioned that the software can be downloaded for free in the Microsoft Store. What does it mean it is free? Yeah, so the demo consists of 20 users with the promotion code HP20. For a full license, please ask your local hpcosmos distributor. Second question. Can I use the software with any hpcosmos treadmill, or must it be a touch screen treadmill? Basically, all systems work. However, the Touch Pro user terminal is good for 3 to 4 games, where the treadmill provides information about the speed to the software, and the games are reacting on it. So the games are linked to the treadmill speed, and vampires, for example, appear faster when you walk faster on the treadmill. So next question is coming up. There is a question of when to offer Cerberus versus when to offer VAST. VAST.Rehab is more of a gamification, more fun, more variety maybe, different movement tasks. Yeah. Whereas Cerberus is more physiotherapeutic, so for gait analysis or retrieving more data about balance or simple gait stability parameters. Also, Cerberus is more for documentation of processes, so you have this retest, and just simply profound gait performance parameters. Next question is if the software is only available in English. No, there's a large list of available languages, and you can also edit the language in the settings, either patient-based or default language. Next question. to do the games, will it always require an operator or a doctor next to a treadmill? Can the patients do it also on their own? Technically, it's possible that Alina can set up what she wants to do with the games and what she wants to do, how long she wants to do it, jump on the treadmill. However, we suggest that this should always be accompanied by a therapist. So a therapist watching how Alina is performing on the treadmill while doing this workout. Next question is, can it be used also for uphill walking or even reverse walking? Generally, yes, as long as the camera has a good view to the subject. So reverse walking doesn't work out because the algorithm of the software needs to detect the face of the subject. Next question. Are the individual games documented in the instructions for use? Yes, there is an application book and tutorials that are available. So check them out. It's quite good information. Next question. If I buy VAST.Rehab license, is this a limited license over time? Or is there a renewal required? No, this is a one-off payment, so the license is unlimited. Next question, can I install the software on an existing server system, or do I need to buy a new PC? An existing PC is fine, so the technical requirements for PC are quite low. Next question. Is it possible to use the stabilometry sensors, which can be built in the treadmill, for VAST.Rehab training? Additional sensors can be used in parallel, so such as pressure distribution platform by Cypress or for further sensors can be combined. However, they are used in parallel and do not have a link to VAST.Rehab. So I think that's it for now. Do you see any more questions?
No. I think that is it.
Okay, that's it. So we are good in time. Thank you for joining us in this meeting. Thank you, Alina,
It was a pleasure.
for standing beside me. And yeah, have a great evening. Have a great day to overseas. Thank you for joining us. Oh, one more. I see from the director. Let's wait for a minute. Okay, the question is there a special requirement for camera? The camera that we are using here is a simple high-resolution camera. It doesn't have to be a 3D camera or any specific motion capture camera. No, it's just a simple camera with high resolution. And one step further, you can also use the system with even the webcam of your laptop. This also works. Okay, that's it. Thumbs up from the director. Thank you for joining us. And we were glad to have you here. And have a great day. Have a great evening. Thank you. See you next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.